All right, awesome. So this weekend, actually, what's going to happen is I'm going to have Jackie teach you how to do some active record querying, Justin. I'm going to be here just more for support and jump in when necessary, but Jackie's going to be leading most of the lesson today. And this is kind of to try out the whole learn by teaching thing that I've been wanting to try out. So yeah, it's going to cover that repo that I sent you the link to last weekend, the active record querying. So yeah, go ahead, Jackie.
Okay, so let me share my screen. I have to pull down the repo again because mine has all the answers.
Yeah.
Okay, give me 1 second. How do I screen share? All right. Desktop. Sure. Okay. So,
It's right there.
this one,
Yeah.
ActiveRecord. Mm, um, I just do git pull, right, to get.
Git clone. Because you want to do a new.
Oh,
Yeah, you want to do a new batch, right?
okay, see you later. Okay, git clone. Okay. Okay. So, is this the right one?
Yeah. It's in
Oh,
models.
there we
Yeah.
go. Okay, so yeah, this is the right one. Okay, so the goal here is to get these tests to pass. So go here. Change directory. So bundle.
I think you might need to bundle install first. Oh. Sorry. So go into your gem file and then just change the Ruby version. Oh, to your Ruby version, it should be fine. So 2.2.3.
Wait, 2.2, right?
Yeah, 2.2. Yeah.
Okay. I also have to set up the database, right?
Not for the test. Actually, you do, yeah.
So rake db
Um,
create, right? Create
no, you don't need to create because it's SQLite. Something
rake
like create, and then db test prepare.
test. Is that one word? Test.
Colon prepare. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So bundle exec rspec.
Cool.
Okay, so we have these 9 examples and we have 9 failures. So the goal here is to go through each of these and make the test pass. So for the first one, you know, the first test says it has many posts, and that's failing. And here's the test: user.first.post. And the error that we're getting is there's no method posts for this particular user. So what do you think, Justin? What do you think we should do to make this test pass? What do you think we have to do?
So first, I think we have to. So like what I did was I looked at the schema, and then I looked at what was like how the database was set up, and then from there I looked at the models and I saw that the models were empty, and so I had to create the relation or the associations between them.
Okay, so very good. So this one, it's saying there's no user method post for user. So that means we'd have to go to the user.
User.
Yeah, and so what would the association here be? If we're looking at,
Uh, I put a user that has many posts.
yeah, so user has many posts. Um, Many posts. Okay. And then when you do a has many association, you also have, what do you do to the other side?
You have to create or you write a belongs to, and then this will be belongs to user.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see if our first test now passes. Do you like just do the specific like line if you just want to do one test? You don't want to test all of it.
You have to find a line number, and so what is the 8? So
Yeah.
8, and then so you do spec / and then models. So you have to go to the path. So no. R spec space, and then type spec.
Okay. Practicing.
No, it's under models. That's why
Okay.
it's giving you an error. No, so it's spec models,
Okay, I see what you're saying.
and then
Practice.
practice, yeah. And then so right after the dot RB, you're gonna put colon and then the line number that you want to run.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. So that passed. All right. So now we have to make the next one pass. So it's failing because it's saying it has many likes, but if we go back up here, it failed saying, again, there's no method for likes so for this user. So what do you think that we have to do to make this test pass?
So again, I look at the schema and then see how the likes table set up, and then from there go to the models, and I would see first I'd go to, I guess we go to likes, and then I put belongs to user and belongs to post. And so after that, we'd have to fix our post and post to RB and user to RB. And so I put a post has many likes and a user has many likes.
Oh. All right. So let's see if our next test is going to pass. Just forgot where it is. So that's on line 12. Okay, our next test is now passing. Okay. All right, the next one, want to test if it has many comments, and it's failing because for a similar reason, it's saying the method comments doesn't exist for this user. So how do we make this test pass?
All right, so then looking at the schema again, based off the comments table, I would go to comment RB and I would put belongs to user, belongs to post. And then from there, I'd go to post RB, user to RB, and I put has many comments in both files.
And then you went to the, sorry,
Post to RB and
oh,
user to RB
and it has many,
comments.
oops, and then the post, and then the comment, and user has many comments. Okay. So let's see if our test is now passing. It's on line 16. I forgot all of these. Cool. So now our test is passing. So we have 3 of our 9 tests passing. The next one that we need to get passing is it collects all the likes on a post of a user with this email. So we're going to write our query here. So the other ones were easy. They were like setting up associations. Now we have to kind of write the test ourselves. So it's saying we got to collect all the likes on the post of a user with email this. So how do you think we can get this test to pass?
So, all right, I'll be sure. This is where I kind of started to struggle with it. But for that test,
so if we look at the below, it says like do not code here. It says answers, and then it has like this array, and then it says result.each do for each like. We want to delete each like, and then we expect this array to be empty.
Right.
So we need to get the likes. Yeah.
Right.
So what? Sorry, what did you say that you?
So so result equals capital U, like user, and then dot likes,
Okay.
and then in parentheses I tried to put capital user dot email and then the email dominic.spinka@gmail.com.
Like this.
Well, a parentheses after email, so like I pass it as an argument.
Got it at gmail.com. Okay, and so let's see if that runs. 20. Okay, so our test is still failing. It's saying there is no method email for the user.
Right.
So yeah, I don't. Yeah, this is not going to work. So if we want to find, we want to get all. We're looking for likes, right? So we want to. I think. And give me 1 second. Actually, I have to pull up my. Just gotta make sure that I'm entering Rails query. Okay, yeah. So we want to find the user, and that this Rails active record querying thing really helped me. Record querying. So these are all the different things that the active record queries that you could use to like search. And since we want to find a user, we could use this find by method. Find by, but not with the bang. But so if we do find by and then we find it by the email. Let's see, user.find by, and then we do it by the email. All right, so this gets us the user now. How do we get all the likes from this now, Justin?
Yeah. Sorry, I've been muting because my son's been kind of loud. But so now that gives us the user, and then to give us the likes, are we not able? Can we just do like dot like? Yeah.
Likes? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see if that works. All right. 20. Okay. All right, it's still failing. It's saying that we want the value to be truthy, but we're getting a nil. So why are we getting a nil here? So what exactly, so when we do user.findBot.likes,
Right.
what are we getting here? What is going to be returned by this query?
Um,
Like what are the objects that are returned, I guess, or what exactly?
it would return like so it would return the user, and then it would return I would think that it would return the likes that the user has done.
Okay. Yes, but we want to get the likes on the post of a user, so
Oh, okay.
this email. So yeah. So maybe I'll just go over the first one. I think once I go over the first one, the other ones become easier. But so we want the posts, and so this returns. This will return an array of all the posts with the user with this user, and we actually want all the likes with this from this post. So let me 1 second. Just have to. Okay, yeah. So one way that we could do it is we could use the map function. Are you familiar with the map function?
I've used it before.
Okay, so you can use the map function on like arrays, and you can so say we pass for each post, what do we want from that post now? And we can go back to the schema again and see. So we now have array of posts, but we want to get the likes on those posts. So yeah, this is the schema. So how do you think we could do that using like this map function? For each post, you want to do what? Post dot
Likes.
like. And this will get you, and what will this return?
So that will return all the likes for that specific post.
Yeah, and what would the data structure for this, look like?
I think, wouldn't it be an array?
Yeah, so you essentially have like an array of arrays then, right?
Right.
So would that match the answers? All right, let's run it down and see what we get. But yeah, so it's still failing. It's saying no method ID.
Right. That's because we have an array of arrays right now, right? And we're looking for a singular array.
Yeah, exactly. So how could I change this to be just an array? Is there like a method that you can call on that you know of?
Dot each, like dot each do, and that would break it up into like that would break up the arrays to each be itself, like its own contained array.
What are you going to do to each of these arrays to make it? Because when you do the dot each, it iterates through the array and it does something to it. So you have to pass in or you got to tell it to do something.
That's right. All right.
There's like a
or join. No.
We don't need to join them. So there's there is a if you go to the Ruby documentation, array methods, there's actually a method that will and I believe it's the flatten. Yeah, so this takes an array of arrays and basically turns it into one array.
Okay.
So you would just do dot flatten, and I think that.
So the terminology is we have right now is a 2-level array, and dot flatten will turn it into a 1-level array. And the levels mean like how many arrays of arrays are there. So if you're talking about a 3-level array, it's an array
inside of an array, inside of an array. So there are 3 steps to get to the top. That's kind of the terminology for that.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So our test is passing now. This is one way to do it. There is also you can also do it using more like SQL and joins and to get the same answer. So if we could also if we do result equals and again I have to pull up the active record querying stuff. And let's see, group dot, okay. So looking for likes, so we would do like dot.
What are you trying to do?
Just I'm trying to show him like how we could do it the other way using joins as well.
Right. So I guess what are you trying to do via SQL, and then I'll translate it to ActiveRecord.
Okay. So what we're trying to do in SQL is, so we're trying to find all the posts like with this user, and we want a user ID, and we want to join them with the like
Yeah.
table.
So like dot joins, and then
That's joins or join.
I think it's joins.
Okay, and then we want to join it with the
Likes.
post.
So posts. Sorry.
Yeah, we want to join it with the posts.
So a like belongs to a post, so that is going to be singular.
Okay, and then we want to do it where the user ID
is Dominic, blah blah blah, right? So dot where, and then post,
dot where,
and then post colon, and then another hash, and then you're gonna do user ID colon user capital user dot find by email.
yeah. Dominic. So like that, right?
So you're saying this is like,
Yeah.
you were saying this is the SQL way to do it in ActiveRecord?
This is still active record, but this is
Right.
using more like SQL. Yeah, it's not. This is
Like
not
a SQL syntax?
Yeah, it's more SQL syntax, or it's more like SQL thinking, I guess. It's
Okay.
where as opposed.
Jackie, what's the difference between how you're doing it now versus how you did it before?
The difference is before I was using like more Ruby to go through each one. Okay, so yeah, so this one, and again, this one's a lot quicker. This the second way that I'm doing it, it's because I think I forgot. Karu, why did you say it was faster?
It's okay. So when you look at the first one, what you're doing is you're finding the user by something, then you're loading all of the posts into memory from SQL, and then you're iterating through each post to then grab the likes of each post. So your queries start with one user, and then n, because n is equal to however many posts this user has. And then per post, you're loading up another set of array, which is the likes. So your algorithm for the first one is like n times m, right? For however many posts they have, they're going to load up an n amount of likes. Whereas the second version that you have, you're pushing all of that work into SQL, and you're letting SQL run and search and do all the mapping and iteration and all that. So you're creating two queries. The first one is going to be the user, finding the user, Dominic, and then the second one is finding that all the likes that are on Dominic's post. So the difference is the first method, the first way, we're loading objects into Ruby memory and then sorting out the objects in Ruby.
The second way is we're creating this long SQL statement and giving it to SQL, and SQL is going to run the it's going to do the searching for us.
So what's like? How's it differentiating between Ruby and the SQL way? Is it by the methods that's being used? Like,
So yeah, so when you're looking at whenever you do something like dot posts dot map,
hmm
the dot post doesn't load the objects, and when I say objects, I mean like the records in the database. It doesn't ask for those until you do like dot each or dot map, some like kind of native Ruby function.
okay,
So dot each and dot map, if you think about it, when you have like a dot map or dot each, that means you're going to iterate through objects, right? And you're doing
right,
this in Ruby. So that means that at that point, ActiveRecord is going to need to fetch the information from the database, load it into Ruby, into memory, and then start iterating through it. Whereas if you tell SQL to do it for you, you don't have to load those records into Ruby memory.
Okay. Okay,
Justin,
so
does that make sense?
so yeah, I'm understanding like the basic concept of it, but um, probably gonna have to do more research to fully understand it. But at least like I'm on the right path of how I should be thinking.
You need find by and then email :
uh,
yeah. Yeah, so Justin, um, if this is like while you go through this, we're gonna go through some more of these examples, but then we're gonna let you kind of just do it on your own. While
Okay.
you're doing it on your own, just do it the Ruby way, as in like the first example that Jackie did it,
Right.
and then once you get your head around that, start looking at the second way that she's doing it,
Okay.
and figuring out how that works. Because the second way is a lot more powerful
Right.
than the first way.
so it's giving me another error. It's saying no such column post dot user ID. But
You know what? It's so in the where it's going to be posts because the table name is posts. Yeah.
yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we got 4 of our 5 tests passing. Okay. So the next one should be is very similar. It's saying collect all the posts or Alice at gmail.com commented on. So what do I do here? And we can do it like the first way where we use the map function.
Okay.
So it looks like we're looking for posts. We're going to get we're looking for an array of posts. So yeah. So how do you think we?
Okay. So we would do user dot find by and then email alice at gmail.com and then dot post.
So that will give us that will find the.
Okay. So dot post and then all the posts that she has commented on. So then we would have to then we have to do the dot map, and then the block would be between pipes, post, and then post dot comments.
Okay, so this is going to find the user Alice at Gmail, and it's going to get all the posts with this user ID, and then it's going to, for each post, it's going to get all the comments.
Right.
Yeah, but we don't want all the comments that are on her posts, right? We want to get all the posts that she commented on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Okay, so let me see. So
we could look at the schema too to kind of see how it's all related. So comments comments have a post ID and a user ID. So we want to find all the comments, right?
right.
Dot comments. No, we want all the posts. Give me 1 second.
No, you're right. Comments is right.
It is comments. Okay. Dot comments. And then for each comment, because I want a post ID. So for each comment, yeah. Dot. Okay, so we got all the comments with that are associated with this user, but we want to find the posts, right? So how are they connected? Posts and comments. There's user ID. So for each comment, then I guess we can go through the map function for each comment.
Do comment dot post.
Comment post. Each, yeah, right. Okay, and that
And then we would have to flatten it.
is it. Is it? All right, let's see if this works. 35. All right, looks like it passed. Yep. All right. Good job.
Okay.
Should I go over the SQL way as well, Carl, or?
Yes.
Okay, there you go.
I would just like another example. Sorry.
Okay, so Carl might have to help me with the active record.
Yeah.
What we're looking for here is we're looking to join the comments and comment and post table where, so I think it would be like what, it would be, where am I? Here we go. So result equals, we want it.
So we're combining the comments and the post table. So
Yeah.
comment dot.
Oh, we want the post, right? So it would be post.
Yeah, you want to start with what you want to end with.
Yeah. So we're going to join it with the comments table and dot where we want the comment ID.
The
Yeah.
user, the comments.user underscore ID is equal to Alice's.
Yeah. So we're user ID.
Yeah.
And then we want to find the user by their email address, which is alice@gmail. And let's see.
So the where, inside the where there, you have comments. You want to say comments, plural, because that's going to be the name of the table.
Okay.
So ActiveRecord is going to translate that as where the table name and then has this hash as like the matching, where like so comments dot user ID is defined by the user.
So when it says post dot joins and then the symbol comments, what is it? It's connecting to the
Yes.
actual table, or just all the instances, like all the.
So you have so hold on to that question real quick. You have
Okay.
a syntax error. So where it should use the round braces, not the curly braces. Yeah, and then check your N1. Yeah. No. You need the round brace around the curly brace.
Like this?
Yeah, like that. Yeah. So,
All right.
Justin, your question was what is joins doing?
No, not what is, well, in a sense, but what is the comments in the joins parentheses? What is it? Is it connecting to the table or the instances of of each comment?
It's so this dot joins is joining these two tables, the posts table and the comments table, by this where they have in common the post where the post ID is the same, right? Yeah. So, yeah. So it's joining on where it's saying where the comments dot post ID is equal to the post dot ID. Does that make sense?
Yeah, okay, it makes sense.
Yeah, so it matches up. It matches up like all those records, and then you're saying and then here you're saying dot where means where the the comments dot user ID is equal to
Gets
the
matched to the Alice at Gmail.
yeah. So user dot find by is looking for the user ID with this this email.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's passing. So
Let me stop you for just 1 second. I want to share with you folks like a really interesting syntax. So I posted something on Slack. If you could open your Slack window, Jackie. So sometimes you'll see this notation here. If you can copy it into your Sublime, right in the Ruby function. So
where do
like just copy it right after line 32 or line 37. Sorry.
okay.
Yeah. So you want to erase all the Slack stuff, but and then there's like an extra tick at the end. So this does the same thing as line 36 in that when you have this map and then you have like this ampersand colon post, what that does is that it'll iterate through each object and call a method on it. So the method that we're calling is comment.post, right? And we're not doing anything else. So if you ever see this out in the wild, that's what it's doing. It's iterating through the array and calling a method on it.
That's cool.
That's what is the ampersand. So the ampersand is doing that, like.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So that ampersand colon post will call whatever method you give it, the method being colon post, and then it's going to just call that method on each element of the array.
That's pretty cool.
It's a lot shorter, yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot shorter, and so you'll see that a lot in the Ruby world. So just be aware of that if whenever you get come across that in anywhere. Cool. Can we do line 3083? Because I feel like some of these are kind of the same, right?
Yeah. Okay, so it creates a like record by alice.com on any of the ed@gmail.com posts. Oh, should we do this one, 67, where it collects more than 2 likes?
Oh yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So you want to
Collects posts with more than 2 likes.
yeah. So how do you think? So again, let's look at our answers. It looks like we should be getting back some posts, like an array of posts, right? So
Okay.
how, and we want to any post that has more than 2 likes. So how do you think that we could do that?
So we'll have to do like
Oops. So we're looking for
posts, but we're gonna have to iterate through all the posts within all the posts that are stored. So post dot, I don't know, post dot all, and then Maybe post to all, and then we could try to do a.
And I think you have to use like either a group or having um,
Let's try to do this just the Ruby way. So if you have an array, so right now we have an array of objects, right?
Right.
No, what we had there was fine. Um, how do we pick the post with more than 2 likes? Is what we're trying to do, right?
Right.
yes.
So have you folks heard of select?
Yes.
I remember using it. Yeah.
Okay, so how do we use select in this to help us out in here?
So, yeah. We could
So all right. So we're gonna have to do dot select, and then curly braces. Oh, sorry.
it's regular brace. It's the regular, right?
No, it's correct. It's a block because it behaves like each in math, right?
And
Oh,
then pipes post, and then I would do I don't know, post dot likes greater than 2.
Dot count.
account is greater than 2.
Oh, dot count.
Hmm. Yay!
Great.
All right, good job.
So why is this way bad, Jackie?
Because again, you're selecting all the posts in the memory,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're like iterating through them all. And I mean, once you have like a lot of posts, that could take forever.
Right. So like let's say we're super popular like Facebook, we have like a billion posts, right? That's gonna take a whole lot of memory, and it's possible that our servers have that much memory, but that means that we're throwing money at the problem and not really thinking about what a better solution would be.
Yeah, so we could write the same thing using SQL or ActiveRecord SQL. And so again, we want to find like all the posts. I forgot how I did it.
Yeah, this one's kind of tricky.
So I guess I didn't do it. I guess I used the select method as well.
So like the situation you guys are talking about, like that's why I don't know. Maybe it's been hard for me to understand just because it doesn't really affect like stuff that we've learned in Firehose or the apps that we've been made there. But scaling it up to when apps get bigger and hold more data, that's when like the issue of time and memory storage becomes an issue. Like
Yeah.
speed.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
So to give you an example, Heroku has a window of opportunity. They have like I think it was somewhere around 30 seconds or 10 seconds or some arbitrary number of seconds.
To load?
Yeah, so when someone sends you a request, Heroku gives you a window of time for you to do your thing and then respond to the client. If whatever you're trying to do takes up more time, it'll close that connection out. So you'd get like a request timeout error on your client. So if you, let's say, have like in our application would be a great example of like I have 1,000 companies that I'm interviewing with, and like I don't really maintain my list in that I don't delete the companies that I'm not interested in, and I have like this running list of 10,000 companies that I've been applying to.
Mm-hmm.
My page won't load because Ruby is trying to load all these things into memory and then write it out into HTML, and the request will just time out. And so I will submit a bug request, right? And then you're gonna have to figure out how to make this a little bit more efficient. In that case, like it's probably the answer is probably gonna be like paginate the companies, right?
Right.
But sometimes it's going to be something like this, where I only want maybe the companies that have more than one answer on them, right? And if we load all of my companies into memory just to find the ones that I'm looking for, that request is going to time out. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
So I want to expose you all to this idea that that you can dump some of the work off to SQL, because I feel like this is fair grounds for a interview question. So someone, like, as an interviewer, I would say, I would give you this method, like, post.all.select, etc., and then I would expect you to tell me what exactly is going on and why it's bad, and if there's a better way of doing it.
So there is, but if we don't do this dot all and we just do dot select, is that's like basically using SQL syntax, right?
I believe that that will still load all the posts into memory, because dot select is a native Ruby function, and we can try it out. Why don't you do rake db seed, and then we can load up a Rails console and then look at it. And then this might be a little bit more helpful for you, Justin, because it'll print out the SQL methods.
Okay.
So why don't you just copy and paste that line into your console there. So scroll up a bit. So for each, so what it's doing here, right? You can see the first thing it does is that it selects post.star, which means it's selecting every single column in the post from post. So it's not being selective about it. It's not asking SQL to be selective about it. It's just like, give me all of the posts. And then for each post, it's creating a separate query that says, select all of the likes where the likes.post is equal to my post. And you can see it running through all of the posts on the right-hand side. Post ID 1, post ID 2, so on and so forth, right? So
yeah,
it's loading all of the posts, and then it's looking for all of the likes for each individual post through the entire database. So you're loading two tables into memory, one table at once, and then the second table per record of the post, and like that gets really heavy really fast. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's a better visualization, seeing all the post IDs and then
Right.
seeing each individual, I guess, request.
Right. So anytime you use like a native Ruby function, like select or map on a table, know that it's the same as doing post.all whatever, and that you may want to be doing that, or you may not want to be doing that. It's kind of like a last resort type of thing. If you can avoid it, then please. But if not, then that's kind of just you might want to just go back to your product manager and be like, hey, there's no way around this. This is going to be a really slow query, and we might want to think about like the UI. Like, do we want to put a spinner while this thing loads, or something along those lines?
So has the way we've been writing our applications, like, I mean, it's not correct then, right? Or because wouldn't you always want to write it or write as much of it in SQL, like in the SQL way as possible?
Yes, you do, But this is one of those things that a lot of engineers will call pre-optimization, in that you're anticipating that we're going to have this problem, that we're going to have 1,000+ posts, right? So if you're sitting there and you're writing this application, and this is like startup world, right? And you can't think of a way of doing it faster, and you're spending like a week on how to make this thing faster because you're anticipating your table to have 10,000 rows, that's going to kill your startup. What you want to do is get the best answer that you possibly can out, and then worry about the problem later. The reason why I'm showing you folks how to do it in SQL is because I want you to know that there's a better answer out there. And I'm imagining that the companies that you're going to start working for are not going to be startups. They're not going to have the problem of, let's just get the answer out, even if it's the incorrect answer, and let's just get it shipped. You're going to be jumping on a team that has some legacy code where some of this stuff could help out their request times. And they're going to be asking you, like, hey, you know, this particular request is really slow. Can you please look at it and see how we can make it faster?
Okay.
So for this one, how would we? So it would be like post dot, where.
So we want to do we want to join the likes, right?
Yeah. So dot join with the like table, likes.
Yes. And then we want to group it by the post IDs. So group parentheses post as a string.
Oh, post.
Post plural dot ID. And then we're gonna put like dot having outside of the dot having, and then brown braces, string count is greater than 2. Let me see. Oh, sorry, count, and then parentheses post underscore ID is greater than 2.
Post underscore
Is greater than 2.
Wouldn't it be the
So that entire thing is going to be a string.
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
And this is because
you're just writing SQL at this point, and then so you want counts and then parentheses. So having and then at the beginning of the string you're gonna type count, and then put post ID in parentheses. And I don't even know if you need that.
The parentheses?
The parentheses around post ID.
I think in SQL you need it.
Okay.
Wait, it's around here, right? Is it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Not there. Yeah.
Not. Yeah. Yep.
Okay. There. Yeah.
Oh, Justin dropped out.
You think he's gonna come back?
Yeah. He'll probably come back. Yeah. So just try to run that test.
Yes,
Cool.
it worked. Yeah.
You said you had problems with the last one?
Yeah. I still haven't been able to figure it out. We can go through it together though.
Yeah.
Are we gonna do this one too? Oh yeah, we should create a record, right? Well, I guess while he's off, let me just refresh my memory how I did that. Okay. Create. Yeah. Like that. Create. That's really long.
Yeah. Oh, so create will save it for you.
I don't have to save it.
Yeah. Create is a combination of new and save.
Okay.
What's the difference between create and create bang?
I don't, I'm not sure.
Create bang will raise an error if the record is not valid.
Okay. So if we have validations or something, and
Yeah.
okay. It's just
And then the same thing goes for save.
save bang.
Yeah, we'll throw an error if the validation is not, if the record is not valid.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't. Let's go through the last one, because I'm still recording it, so he can come back around. Right.
The last one or the create?
The last one.
Okay.
Because you solved the create one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so it says return a post commented by Dominic Spinka and liked by Dorian.
Yeah.
So should we do it the SQL way or the?
Yeah, let's try it. So
Well,
commented by and liked.
So we want to join it with the comments table.
And the likes table.
So, how do you do joins again?
No, you can just do comma and then likes.
Okay, and
Yeah.
so where post, and then we want to do dot where the user.
I think you're hitting your mute button because you're like coming in and out of mute.
Is this better?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like as you're typing, it's like muting. I don't know why.
I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, let me know if it happens again.
Yeah, sure. So dot where user ID is going to look at the post user ID. We don't want that, right? We want where commented by. So comments user ID is Dorian. Yeah.
Comments like this, right?
Yep.
And then user ID is user.find by email, and our email is dominic.spinka@gmail.
Yeah.
So that will find that will give us the post. Okay, and then we got to do another.
Yeah, so you're gonna do the same thing but for likes. And give me a second. No. So you're gonna just do comma after the that brace, and then you're gonna do likes. Yep. So give me a second.
Likes.
Alright, sorry about that, guys. My router decided to crap out on me.
No worries. Kari said he'll be right back. He's doing something. And Dorian dot 3 at gmail.com.
So now this is the SQL way still, right?
Yeah, so this last one I wasn't able to get, so I'm just while you were gone, I thought maybe we could. We'll go over it again, but just try to. This is a SQL way though, so we're joining the two tables. We're joining. It's not working. Expected. Expect that result to be.
Oh, so you want to do like dot first?
Oh.
Because it's returning.
An array of the post.
Yeah, it's returning an array. But it's returning. You can see it's an array of the right object.
Okay.
Can we run that in the console so we can see the difference? Or sorry, I can see the difference.
Yeah.
Okay. So this one, you want to get a post that's commented by Dominic and liked by this guy, Dorian. So you want to. We just did the joins here. We joined these two tables. We joined the post table with the comments and the likes table. post.joins, and we did comment.
You're muted again.
Oh, what is am I?
So this is joining post with comments and post with likes, or it's combining all three of them together?
It's joining posts with comments and posts with likes, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Comments. I don't think comments and likes are connected with each other.
No, they're not.
Connected through the post.
Okay.
Okay, and then we want to do .where, and we want to look in the comments table for the user ID. Yeah, so we're going to look in the comments table. Where are the comments table? And we want to match it with user ID. And we want to user.find by. So now we're looking in the user table to find by email is
Dominique.
.spinka, right? It's spinka
Yeah.
at gmail.com. And so that closes this email, this curly brace, and we can close this one as well. And we can also, so I guess we could do the same thing where we do a comma, right?
Yeah.
Comma, and then now we want to look in the likes table, and we want to do the same thing. We want to find the user ID and the user.find by, and we're looking for it by email. Email is Dorian dot Rittenberg.
I'm sorry, I didn't create these email addresses.
Like some very creative names there.
Yeah, it's from a faker gem. You're missing closing quotes.
I am. Oh yeah. Okay. And let's just
Round brace.
a round one, right? And then dot.
And then first. Yeah.
That was intense. Took a long time. Yeah, so that's how you do it using the SQL way. Not really sure how you would do this using Ruby or Rails.
So it's somewhat similar in that you would first find, you wouldn't do it in one line. Although maybe you could, but it's going to be pretty verbose. So I would do like Dorian equals, user find by Dorian. And then same thing for Dominic.
Email, yeah. Let me just, Dorian.Britton@gmail.com, and I need braces. Okay, and then we're looking for Dominique equals user by email. Dominic.speaker.
And then we're looking for a post commented by.
Dot.
Geez, I don't even know how to.
How did we?
Would it have to be like user.find by Dorian, or?
So
So it seems like the best way to do it would be like dot select, right?
Yeah.
Like post dot select, do, and then post, and then your thing would be post dot user, post dot comments. Yeah, post dot comments dot where user ID is Dominic.
So where user ID is
Dominic.
Dominic.id, right?
Yeah, and then at the end of the where would be dot exist question mark. So this is going to be a little bit more efficient than like dot empty in that exist will run the SQL command exist. So like if this record exists, then it's going to return true. If not, it's going to return false. And then you're going to do and like 2 ampersands, and then you're going to query for the likes.
And post.likes.
Yeah, dot where user ID
Where?
is Dorian's.
And then we want to obviously choose just the first record.
So
right?
all that's within the
So
that's
dot
all
exists.
within the block.
Oh,
Yeah, no, dot first. You're right with the dot first part, but you're also missing the.
is it down here? Dot first.
No, it's dot first. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, oh, that's good.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Let's try running it.
Don't you have to close off the block, the curly brace?
She did.
I think I did.
Oh.
Huzzah.
And it worked. Yeah.
I don't know which one's worse. I think this way is definitely worse. Just it's like so verbose.
Yeah, it's intense as well. Okay. Should we go over the other one to create?
Yeah, let's end with creating the record.
Okay.
So Justin, like as far as that line 99 goes, you can just look at the video once we
Right.
sign off.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely going to.
Okay, so the next one we want to do is this, like, it creates a like record by Alice at Gmail and one on, creates a like record, yeah, on any one of, yeah. So, what are they doing here? Post.likes.where.userid.alice first. Okay, so you want to, and again, I forgot how to do this. So we want to do, okay, we want to create a like record. We do like, right?
Mm-hmm.
Create. And we want to create a, yeah, so Justin, how do you think we could,
So I would think we have to do like.create, and then user ID will be alice@gmail.com, or
we got to find
user.findby.
Email alice@gmail.com. Okay, good. So that gets us, okay, so that creates it with this user ID, but we also want to,
And then we would do post ID would be user.findby email ed@gmail.com.
user.findby ed
Or email.
by email. Ed, gmail.com. So this is gonna get, so this post ID, is that correct? Post ID. User dot.
What are you assigning the post ID to?
You're setting it to a user, so that doesn't.
Right.
Oh, okay.
So can you do like dot?
What if we
So how do we get a post object in there? We have a user.
Posts, right?
That's going to give us an array of posts.
Dot first.
Yeah.
So.
Justin,
Does that make sense?
Okay. So let's back up a little bit. So before the dot post and dot first, we couldn't do that because we're looking for a post ID, but we actually did user.findby, so that was giving us a user ID.
Mm-hmm.
So now the dot post is giving us the post of the user, and we're doing the first post.
Right.
Yeah, because it says create
Of
one
any.
any one, yeah.
What if we wanted it to be random? We would just do dot random and then
Yeah, you can do dot sample, and
or dot sample.
Yeah, that'll select a random post.
I remember in one of the Firehose apps we did like a dot all caps random, and then it had a parameter of an empty string. Do you remember that or no?
I don't.
I think that was
Um,
for like the first app.
yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know if there's a, I don't know if that's something that they wrote out as a built-in method, but
Okay.
I know for sure that dot sample is will randomize an element given an array.
Okay.
Okay. So let's just run it and make sure that it's working. 185. And we got an error.
Expected. Not no. Got no.
So it didn't. Oh, because I think we do have to save it, right, Karu?
Oh
No,
no, because create saves, right?
yeah, it should save it. I mean, you can try it, and I don't know why it would be not saving it.
Nope, that didn't work.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna look to see what mine was passing.
I think we might have two admin.
Dot user.
Oh, so you're doing post. Oh, yeah, post find by user ID. So you're going. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, because why isn't this way working? Okay, maybe we should start up the Rails console.
No, just look at your answer again. I think the email that you. Oh no, the emails look fine.
Oh, this is my. Yeah, this is it.
Post that first. Can you just slap like .id on after like post dot first at the very end? I don't know if yeah, like .id.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I don't know if that's going to change it or not.
Oops.
You're in your console.
Well, let me get out. There we go.
You went back into your console. Oh, never mind.
That's weird that it's not working.
Yeah. Can you copy and paste yours? I might have changed the test.
Yeah. So, that's mine, I think. Right, so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm wondering, because you have two IDs at the end, so I'm wondering if that's what it is. Because like you have findbyalice@gmail.com.id, and then you have .id at the end. So might be we need like user findbyalice@gmail.com.id.
yeah, oh, we do. Yeah, because we need the user ID. That makes sense, actually. So up here. Yeah, right here.
Yeah, like right there. Yep, .id. I would assume that ActiveRecord was smarter than that, but maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, there we go.
There it is. That's weird.
All right, cool. So, yeah, that's ActiveRecord creating.
This was a great lesson for me because this has been one of the gaps of my knowledge, for sure.
That's good. That's good to hear. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I think there's a couple more that we haven't went over yet.
But I think this was a good sample of.
Yeah. Could you do me a favor, Jackie? Could you like copy your entire spec file and just post it on Slack?
Yes, they can do that.
Yeah.
Is there like a special way to?
No, just copy and paste it.
Oh, okay.
Did any of you have questions?
No.
No.
In the general.
Yeah, in general, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't think I have any questions.
Great. That being said, I guess we can end it now. No questions. And then, so Justin, you're going to be spearheading the design portion of our company pipeline app.
Right.
I'm going to be starting work tomorrow, so I'm going to not have as much free time as I used to, but I'll still try my best to
Hey,
answer.
congrats.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, congrats.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Hello, subtle about it. Yeah, just started my new stuff.
So I'm trying to be as responsive as I possibly can, but just be a little bit more patient with me. I have a few lessons lined up, but if there's anything where you're kind of going through stuff and you're like, man, I really feel like there's definitely a gap in my knowledge in this particular area, please bring it up, and that'll give me more material to go over with the entire group. Just because I can't predict what you don't know, so I'm just kind of throwing stuff at you folks to see if these things match your knowledge gaps, or I don't know how you want to put it. But anyway, so if you are going through something and you feel like you could be stronger in that area, just feel free to let me know, and then I can build something around that concept. Cool. So if no questions, have a happy Mother's Day, and
Forgot about that.
we'll see each other next Sunday.
All right.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Jackie, for leading that.
Yeah, thank you, Jackie.
Yeah.
Great job.
Bye, guys.
All right.
Take care.